Hey Virgo babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, getting ready to do your 2021 reading. See what's going on with you for the year of 21. Gotta be better than 20, that much I know. Many of you made big changes last year. I almost want to tell you, out of the 9 or 10 Virgos that I know, they all moved somewhere. Last year was a pivotal year for you if you made those kinds of big changes. I think what a lot of you found out, though, is wherever you got to, things were not exactly as you wanted them to be or thought they were going to be. Which in and of itself is not a bad thing. It may have been jarring initially when you got wherever you were going. But I'm going to say things will probably start picking up here shortly. Whatever. Yeah, it's at 5 of Pentacles. You may have some money issues this year just because of the changes and a lot of times trying to catch up with yourself if you've done something big like buy a house or move or started school at an older age. That whole little thing can set you back financially, and it may take you a minute or two to get back on your grind and get back on your groove. That is not a bad thing in and of itself either. Yep, there's that Chariot card. And the Knight of Swords, unforeseen events coming. This is the King of Cups sitting on top of the 5 of Pentacles. So some of you may be dealing with some infidelity issues this year, and that may be your challenge to try and duck, dodge, get around whatever that situation may be. But this really feels like emotional spending. It's a challenge for the year, don't do it. King of Cups sitting on top of the 5 of Pentacles, and I'm just looking at the energy now, not even what the cards are saying or looking at whatever. Emotional, foundational things, and really keeping a level of detachment with his back to us in all things financial. Many of you, because you have done something big in the last year or so, maybe emotional spending. What the fuck else can you call it? The mall, whatever. Just spending your money online, wherever, because you're trying to, you're not settled yet. And so you may be, if you're in that kind of place, you may be just spending money just to be spending money because it's filling a gap, especially if you've moved or if you've gotten a new position, a new job. A lot of times you've been on an old job for any amount of time. You know the people, you know the routine. You may even hate your supervisor, but you know that groove. And you walk away and you go to something else, more money, better work environment, whatever the case may be, and it's like, oh damn, wait, and so you get emotional. You know that sets up emotional things that if you don't process them as they occur, then at the end of 6 months you done spent $10,000 on some bullshit. I'm just saying, we've all been there, so it's not like it's something new. But the caution for you this year, if you aren't, I want to say this, if you're not in balance or if your emotional needs are not being met, that part, don't get emotional with your money or your foundational things. Don't start speeding down the highway in your new car because, ain't shit else working. Don't do it. Try to keep some balance. Try to keep some emotional distance, particularly where finances and stability issues are concerned. The other side of this is conquest. So I feel like a lot of you got it, and now you're there, or you got the job or the car, or whatever it is. But now it's like, well, I don't. It says infidelity. Infidelity is, of course, we attach it to third party situations. And I'm throwing that caution out there as well. If you think you're getting ready to get into something with somebody, make sure you're not setting yourself up to be cheated on, once again, dealing with that emotional void, because you're in something new, doing something new, and you're just feeling kind of empty, and so you're reaching and grabbing for the first thing that's there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Looking at the Four of Cups with the Chariot on top. And this Hangman, obviously a lot of things, if this is the Virgos that I'm talking to, get that out. If you've had a transitional year last year, obviously you said goodbye to some things. You may still be saying goodbye to some things, whatever they may be. You may also, though, be feeling like wherever you happen to be, something with those of you that moved or changed jobs, there's a void there. I can just feel that myself. It's just a void. Like it's not what you thought it was gonna be. And so you're in this energy of kind of emotional, what the fuck you want to call it, I don't know where I'm going type shit. And that's just up here in your overall energy. On the back end of your overall energy, though, with the Knight of Swords sitting on top of the Nine of Wands, you may be, this is what I started out saying, you may be dealing with things that you didn't see coming. You may have thought something was going to go one way and it actually didn't go that way at all, or there were a lot of changes once you got there or got wherever it is. And so there's this feeling, a lot of emotional stuff. Cups, swords, wands, kind of all over the map, but all of it saying the same kind of thing. And so with this Knight of Swords in the back of your overall energy, you may be trying to mentally process everything that's going on. Because again, this is stuff that you weren't expecting. So, you know, the horse sees a mouse and that's unexpected, and so he's up on his hindquarters now to go, what? That kind of energy. Do your best to maintain some equilibrium. Obviously, just the first three cards that I pulled from the bottom of the deck, you're looking over your shoulder. You're definitely doing that. You're looking at where you came from, whatever that is, job, place, house, wherever it was that you were to where you are now. You were doing a lot of reflecting over your shoulder. Some of you may even be doing some second guessing. Should I have done that? That's that emotional shit. Did I come to the right place? Should I have stayed there? There's that Chariot. What the fuck? I wasn't expecting none of this shit. Who the hell? There you go. Knight of Swords. And those are two different suits in a major. So this energy is definitely going to gain some traction, that backward look. Some of you, I'm going to throw that up against the wall now. Some of you may decide at the end of all of this that you're going to go back to the old job, or you may go back home, or you may go back to something, because where you are currently, you're not, and I feel it's like something's not right, something's off, and even though you're trying to make a good go of it, it just feels like your timing is just the fuck off. Maybe you missed opportunities, and you know, you thought when you got wherever you were going, a new job, there were going to be find out you 2 weeks too late to get any of it. So it's that kind of energy, and that in and of itself has you doing that look back on, I wonder. So of course in January, dealing with a total shift, total paradigm shift, and how you wheeling and dealing right now, because you're in a different place. This has a lot to do with your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams, but that current outcome may have you second guessing your self-esteem and your self-confidence. See how things work for you, Virgo, as you begin to go through this shift. How does it feel? And this is major energy once again. So, how does it feel? Because this is the direction you're heading in. If you are not satisfied, this is what I'll say about where you currently are, think about the things that you can do. And say do them, just think about the things that you could be doing to make some changes. Let that also be the beginning of, should I go back to my old job? Should I go back to where I was living before? However that, even if it's just across town, should I go back to the other side of town? I don't know that I like this side of town. Or I don't know that I like the new state that I'm living in, or whatever. However that's going with you. Take this month to begin thinking about things that you can change. Not relying on anybody else, but the things that you can change to make where you are better. And if that's not going to be feasible, maybe you need to be moving to another spot. And just put that out there. February with the Temperance and the Five of Wands, you may run into some conflict. Again, dealing with changes. There may be some things, some details that you were unaware of, fine print type shit. Taxes is the first thing that's coming to mind. There may be some hoo-hoos and ha-has as you begin to sort out whatever your work situation was last year. There may be some conflicts with partners, whether they're business or romantic. Again, it's about trying to find balance, trying to regain balance where you are now. You may have to do some additional planning, especially when it comes to taxes. I don't know why taxes is hanging up there, and that's the Temperance card, so it's definitely about balance. I don't know what it is about your taxes, though, whoever I'm talking to. You may want to start early, because there may be things that you need to get your hands on before you actually file your taxes. So whoever that's resonating with. The Queen of Wands with the Ten of Wands on top, again, still that struggle. Fuck. Just all the hell. Just everything. There's not a sense of peace right here in the first 6 months. I'm not feeling where anything is settled or where you're totally satisfied with everything. March may find you hearing some negative shit. You may be in a new dating situation, find out there's a whole lot of deception going on with that, some hidden truths coming out, family situations, you may hear about some things that maybe you thought, or maybe you think you should have been told, but you weren't. With that Ten of Wands, it's just a struggle. Communicating in March is going to be a struggle. Trying to get information from people, trying to get whole information from people and not just bits and pieces. Going to be a struggle. So be mindful of that. There may be some delays if you're planning on starting a new project. There may be some delays. That Ten of Wands is telling me that when we get to April, Two of Pentacles, more balancing. This is the Justice card. This side is about seeing the true nature. So I'm going to have to believe that some of you in all of this up here may have found out something, seen the true nature of something. And so what this is causing total destruction of your balance. Period. The fuck else can you say? Once again, sitting on the Two of Pentacles, which is about what? The hell, balancing. There may be some distractions. Just looking at all the little musical notes, there may be some distractions coming along in April that will also upset whatever. Some of you may be talking about pregnancy, may find out that you're pregnant, however that's resonating. So if that's something you're trying to avoid, take the caution now. There may be some, if this is a pregnancy, there may be some problems to the point where you might have to just be on bed rest and be done with it. Nothing bad in and of itself, but it's a lot of it is because you're still out of balance. You're still, even after all of this up here, you're still not feeling like you are where you need to be, or that you're yourself, if I can say that. If you need to ask for help, do it. Whatever that means, ask for it. Whoever you think you need to ask for help from, do it. Now, know this, everybody that you ask is not going to be as cooperative maybe as you think they should be, but that's going to be due in part to their own little bag of tricks they got going on. So don't take it personally if people aren't able to, or the people that you're thinking should be helping, don't take it personally if they're not able to help to the full extent that you think they should be. There may be some new people in your experience that you're just meeting, and so they may be able to offer some advice. Don't be shy about asking for help. Get to May with the Six of Pentacles on top of the Magician. There's going to be some blockages. That's the Magician here talking. The thing that's coming to mind, your magic is just not working. I'm sorry, I know y'all like, damn, and I hate these kind of readings, but understand all of this is because you're going through a transformation. So don't take it to heart totally. I know some of this shit just sucks, but your magic, this spring, it's just not going to be hitting it. People are going to be looking at you like, huh? Really? What is that? They may even come off as uncaring. Also, there may be some money issues, some specific things that you're going to need to take care of. April, May, that's right around tax time, even though it's a little after. You still may find out after you file your taxes, oh, you know, by the way, you owe us an additional $2,000. That kind of shit. Keep your eyes open. Keep a watchful eye on your money this year, Virgo. Don't, again, fall into the emotional spending thing. But make sure you know where your money's going. So if, you know, you sign up for something, make sure you know it's going to be $15 and not the $8 you're thinking. I'm just saying. Watch your money, watch where it's going, watch the emotional spending. When we get to June, the Three of Wands on top of the Eight of Cups, some of you are going to, others of you outside of the group I've been talking to for the past 10 minutes are going to be trying to walk away from your past. But those that I was talking to originally, you're still in this not satisfied phase. I don't know what the hell that's about. Don't let that fuck up your integrity. Still do what you know you need to do. Still do what you know is the right thing to do. Although a lot of you are still just kind of floundering and not just out there. And there may be a touch of depression. I'm looking at colors. That black and white, fade black shit. Even if you look at, I'm going to say it's the sun, it's kind of like, hi, I'm the sun, I'm going to, yeah, that part right there. Just kind of, if you need to slow, some of you may need to just slow down. You may need to pull back on your expectations. If you're expecting a whole lot and you haven't been getting a whole lot, maybe it's time to pull back and then maybe change what you're expecting. You're expecting a promotion on a job and you've only been there 90 days, maybe you need to change, there's that hangman again, your perspective on how you're dealing with it. Some of you dealing with new romantic partners and, you know, you're expecting all kinds of special goodies and all you're getting is the McDonald's Happy Meal. Hey, maybe you need to check that out. Change your expectation of that person. there are not a lot of, there's a word, wow, y'all got the back of everything. Golly. Jesus. Everything to the butt. The hair. There are not a lot of love notes here. It feels like for some of you there's a couple hits and misses, but there's nothing firm here. It feels like some of you are thinking about someone from your past, and now we're digging deep in the past. This is more than a couple years. We're talking 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, something like that. Maybe someone you had contact with over the holidays, anywhere from November to the end of December. Surprised to hear from them, glad to hear from them, and maybe your mind has been on them. But there's not a whole lot of, for the year of 21, there's not a whole lot of outstanding bright star love moments. Just throw that out there. So stay open. If you're looking for love, stay open, because it won't be the thing you're expecting. Maybe somebody that you wouldn't ordinarily deal with. So stay open. It doesn't mean there's no love at all, but that's not the focus this year. Looking at July and August, the 5 of Swords on top of the 6 of Wands. Yeah, didn't I just say stay open-minded? There it is. And again, an alternate point of view. Dealing with people maybe that you don't necessarily agree with. That might be where a new partnership can start, and that can be business or romantic. But staying open-minded, that 6 of Wands, do that. Definitely do that. And then when you get to from July to August, that Page of Pentacles, the page itself, it's always about messages and young people. You're going to start meeting some people. And I don't know why this is stuff. If you've just gone to a new job, there'll be new people coming, and they may be able to kind of satisfy whatever's not there currently. If you moved, there'll be new people around you, and so they may help kind of fill the gap there. Again, that Knight of Wands, this side of it is about transformation. You got this side, it's about making moves, and what kind of moves you can make going off in a new direction. And again, all this transformation and change is in the air. So it's going to be about thinking differently and doing differently. September, the Queen of Pentacles with the 10 of Swords on top. There's some healing that needs to go on. Let's just talk about that part. There is definitely some healing that needs to go on. Oddly enough, this side of the card speaks to stress and being overwhelmed. And so after 6 months, 7 months in this year of just kind of being under the grind, working, trying to get things in order, get things back in balance, that's stressful. And so then that may leave some psychic wounds, especially romantically. You may re-encounter a person from the past, not different from the first energy that I was talking about, but you may hear about somebody getting married or dating somebody else or moving away, and you just kind of all open on some shit. Like, oh, why? It's a black hole sun. Yes, that part. Maybe an Aries or a Leo that you're dealing with. I'm looking at the card. The Queen of Pentacles here may also be an earth sign. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to rely on your inner strength. But it's going to be, time you get to September, if things are not feeling the way that you think they should feel, I think I said that right, you're going to feel it. And it may trigger some old energy, some old issues that maybe need to be healed. At any rate, I would take the early part of the fall to kind of reevaluate, see how you're feeling, and do whatever inner work you need to do so that you can move forward in a halfway kind of healthy balance manner. We get to October with the Three of Pentacles on top of the Fool. Yeah, it's gonna be you. You're gonna have to take that risk, and you're gonna have to just grind down. And so the feeling that's behind this is that you will have probably made a decision. You're gonna stay. You're gonna go. Whatever. And so this is the point of whatever decision you make. You're gonna have to just deal with it. Eventually, things will shake loose. But in the meantime, you're just going to have to persevere until you get to where you're trying to go. November, December. November with the Queen of Wands on top of the Knight of Wands. I'm sorry, the King of Wands. Looking at the booty so you can't see the face. It's about repression from this side. But this side is about wisdom and honesty. And so there may be some situations that you're dealing with towards the end of the year where you were very honest about how you were feeling and what you were doing, and because you didn't get maybe what you were looking for, you may be feeling kind of repressed, like you weren't actually able to express your full emotion. Could be work, could be romance. That is on top of the Knight of Wands. It's kind of disruptive energy. By reading that in the reverse, that's what it feels like. It's kind of just fireworks all of a sudden, and it's just disruptive. People talking on the phone. I don't know what the hell. You're on the phone and there 100 people behind you on the phone. It's that kind of disruptive. I can't hear what the hell. It's that kind of energy. Use your wisdom if you get into any kind of hang-ups as far as people disrupting what's going on. So you see the horse here out here with the little piglets, and that's just kind of disrupting what the pigs are doing, but the pigs in turn are disrupting the horse. Either way, you may want to you may already know what you need to know. I'm looking at that wisdom piece. We didn't get this side of the card. We got the repression. But the repression may be relieved by using whatever wisdom you have. And you may have to come clean with some folks. You know, if you've been dirty dealing or not talking or being distant or whatever, you may have to just come honest and just say, look, this is what I've been dealing with, whatever. That should help clear up how you're feeling in terms of being repressed. At the end of the year, with the Knight of Pentacles on top of the Eight of Pentacles, things will begin to shake loose, just like I said. Optimism. That's that side. It's not the side we got. We got the initiative side. So, yeah, positive changes. I think at some point during this year, you may actually be lacking focus because you're out of balance. And again, trying to deal with this void. And this emptiness in my stomach has not gone away for this reading. It has not changed one bit. So this is going to be ongoing for the year for you, Virgo. And I'm kind of sorry about that because that's not settling. Do your best to take care of yourself. See to it that you're eating right, you're getting enough good food, not junk food. Magic string that popped out. And make sure that you're keeping in touch with people that you know care about you and truly care about you and not just, you know, blowing smoke up your ass on some bullshit. People maybe that you went to high school with, or people that you grew up with, or family members that you're close to. That's the group I'm talking about. Keep in touch with them. And this just popped out on its own. Balancing act. What the hell? You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You cannot make this shit up. I'm sorry. Ours just ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, so you got two things of magic here. And I know in one of these, I said at some point your magic is just not working. The magic string and the magical map shifter. you can change up the dynamics where you are. It may take some doing, but you can change them. Now that doesn't mean you getting people to do stuff they don't want to do or conversations they don't want to have. Not that. But you can create your reality. I know that sounds cliche and all law of attractionists and whatnot, but that's real. You can create your reality. So despite all the change and look back and over your shoulder and being uncomfortable and out of balance that goes on this year, it doesn't mean you can't make some shit happen. And you may have to start out with small baby steps. If it's a thing of having to go back to something, it don't have to be a bad thing. It really doesn't. A lot of times we pop out too fast and our timing is wrong. So the magical shapeshifter, you got this. You've got to open up, though, to all the possibilities that can happen. The balancing act, just what we've been talking about, keeping things in balance. And again, the thing in my gut is there. So you really are going to have to do a good job of taking care of self this year to maintain said balance. The magic stream is about your hopes, wishes, and dreams. And the star card popped up here. I want to say for some of you, maybe now is not the time. Maybe there's some things that the universe is protecting you from, that's creating all these blockages for you. So take that to heart, if you will, but don't give up. Don't give up. Even if it means that you have to go all the way back to the drawing board. Don't give up on your hopes, your wishes, and your dreams. Virgo, I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Happy New Year. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.